Hello everyone, I'm Uncle Hanzi. In this episode, I will explain the Chinese character gu for drum. One of the musical instruments was a drum. Here we see a lacquered drum. It's not a real drum. On the bottom it has a base, a pedestal, and on the top it has some sort of a decoration. We're not really sure what the decoration used to be, but up above here we have the ancient character for drum. We have two parts. On the left hand side you can see the actual drum, and you see the component of this word is pronounced ju, and it can be found in a number of other characters. On the right hand side we have a hand which has a drumstick hitting the drum, and you can see the hand and the remnant of the drumstick on the right hand side. This is the character gu for drum. So now we're going to a special place where we can see a real drum and how it's used.
打两下鼓吧。好，挺好的。
这个鼓有没有什么特别的？
我们的鼓是战争年代，鼓士气的，打仗冲锋之前开始敲，就是振奋人心的往前冲。
对，这个会给人家精神要打仗。
对，飞行去杀敌呢。
对。你什么时候开始学这个？
从小就学，就听，经常听
啊。
后来就慢慢学，这都是上辈传下来的，都会。
很好。The Lu Cun drum we just saw was used to cheer on the army. The first drum was used as a musical instrument. The pottery drum of the Yang Shao period is the oldest drum ever unearthed in China. When we look at the shape, there is a big difference between this drum and a modern drum. The original drum was made of pottery with an animal skin wrapped over the end. When you hit it with a wooden stick, you make a sound like peng. Peng is how the Chinese describe the sound of a drum. In Chinese, the sound of thunder is represented by the characters peng peng, which is supposed to resemble the sound of thunder, and tu tu, which is supposed to resemble the sound of the pulse of nature. The ancients believed that the sound of the drums was the sound of nature, the sound that the gods could understand. The ancestors used drums to pray for good weather and a good harvest. The emperor would also beat the drum to please the gods before a sacrifice. Drums, which were important in ancient times, have developed into a large family of different kinds of drums. The Fengyang flower drum, the Hanzi waist drum, and others. The drum has changed, but it is still a drum. Today, the battle drum has disappeared from the battlefield, but it still appears in major competition. For example, in the traditional Chinese dragon boat festival, each dragon boat has a drummer to match the rhythm of the trumpeter and the oars. The simple sounds of ancient times are now played louder and brighter, and it is no longer a simple, natural sound. Different regions have their different traditions. Now in China, the sound of drum music can be heard in all regions, both north and south of the Changjiang River. We are still inspired by the sound and rhythm of the ancient drum.